Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we returned Monster Hunter World Iceborne Community Edition, where last episode we went after Black Veil Ball Hazak, got that done, and as I was going to work at some of the next tracks for the Elder Dragon one, our return from an expedition came back with the field team leader immediately into a talk. So we're going to go through what he has to say and then see how it's going. Back safe? That's what I like to see. Our investigations turned up something new, and this time it's something big. Signs are pointing to a new species of Elder Dragon hiding in the Coral Highlands, something the Commission's never seen. Which means none of us has any idea how to deal with it. We're starting from scratch here, so expect a bumpy ride. About the only other thing to report is that the first Wyverians have been showing themselves a lot more frequently. Seems like they're trying to tell us something about the new Elder in the Highlands, but it's not exactly clear what they're trying to say. The tracker's out looking for them now, trying to get to the bottom of things. If she learns anything, I'll make sure you hear about it. For now, let's keep up the investigation. Yeah, so I'm just going to head out for another investigation to the Highlands. It goes by pretty quick finding the tracks. I'm hoping we're basically about halfway from what I did for just a little bit until that came up. So I'm guessing a few minutes out here, basically just do a loop of getting all the Elder Dragon tracks, should reveal what we need to go for this next hunt. And we are in prime spot to be done come next episode, if it does go as I think it will. It has been a while since I last played Iceborne story mode, but it seems like it's pretty straightforward that once you get to the Elder Dragon stuff, you are in store for the last legs of the general story. So yeah, all I've got to do is some more running around, find any other tracks that we can, such as this. Also, maybe just keep a track of what monsters are out here. We're not exactly looking to fight anybody, so it should hopefully go pretty quick to finding all the tracks we need. And I didn't even do a full loop of the Coral Highlands when I returned from the one investigation. So I'm thinking with you guys here along as we just pick up every track. Oh! Hi there, Odie. We're not really looking for a fight, so I'm just going to see if... I wonder if I can distract it. Yeah, you go investigate over there, bud. Is there anything here? Nope, nothing here. See, I do like that little feature of... Oh. Okay, there's that. Snag that. Of being able to use the slinger to help distract monsters and just run around them. It might not be anything that adds to a hunt, but it adds to, like, utility and versatility of what's possible. Zitzy, I don't actually think... Wait, does he have a problem with us? I thought you were pretty chill, but it looked like you were trying to, like, flashbang us. Either way, he's not really that aggressive, so I guess we'll just leave that alone. There's old footprints. There should be some more stuff around here, I think. Palumu feathers, those won't help us. There's what we could use. Another big splash of watery slime. And I think that's everything for around here. So I think we'll head up and do a loop around some of the upper areas. I'm expecting to find a lot more tracks up there of what we're after. Oh. Actually, speaking of the tracks, there's another one. I think the tracks are more common in areas where you actually will have your encounters with the monsters. Like for Black Veil, it was the areas where he actually roamed about and you fought him in, where it seemed like you were finding a lot more of their tracks. Couple of footprints right there. I think there's another thing right here. Oh, Odie's here as well. Try to get out here before he gets angry at us, because pretty sure Dogron is one of the monsters that, just its temperament, it will go aggressive on sight. We should be able to find... Oh, yeah, there's another track right up here. Yeah, just the one. Oh, looks like another one here. See, I know this isn't the most thrilling, like, things to do or tackle when I am trying to focus on the story, but I hope Wilds does have more stuff like this, where you're trying to track down and piece together clues to things you're investigating or going after. It adds the hunter feeling to Monster Hunter. There might not be the big focus of, like, how some people say you have to prepare for every hunt and get all kinds of stuff and that. But just having these little bits that makes it feel like you are tracking and narrowing down and trying to find what you're hunting, just to me helps add to this experience much more. That and having monsters that feel like they're not just like boss fights waiting to happen and roaming the environment. Things where you can have like some docile monsters or others actively watch you, see what you're up to, and if you don't provoke them, they won't attack or anything. They just continue on their own business. We'll go up this way, because there's probably going to be a few more things to find. Yeah, I'm guessing there's going to be a few tracks at the very top. And I'm hoping with what we find up there, that'll be the last of what we need. And then we'll be into our proper hunt for it. Okay, there's not what I was expecting to find. I thought I'd get lucky and find some more tracks or slime or that, but there's nothing up here. Okay, that's a bit odd, but we'll take the expressway down. Yeah, that's... The expressway is right before you're about to land. Do an attack with your weapon and you'll have a much lesser time, basically like stuck in a landing stun. So I can kind of speed that up a little bit. Oh, there's another track. We'll go for maybe one more. I think there's one area... Yeah, over this way I didn't really go to check for anything, so I'm guessing there might be a few last tracks to pick up. And I think we've gotten more than enough to have the bar completed and the hunts available. Oh yeah, there's all kinds. Anything else down this way? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Palumu feathers we don't need. Okay, that basically does bring us to a full loop. I'm not seeing any other... blue scent, or blue scout flies going about, so I don't think there's any other Elder Dragon Prince too close. So let's see if we did get enough. Expedition complete. And head on back. And to that. Perfect. We can report back to Celiana, we have the hunt opened, and we'll embark right away for it.
Pack all ready, huh?
Good to see you back safe. We've identified our elder in the Coral Highlands. The Abyssal Dragon, Namielle. After hearing what the first Wyverians had to say, we're sure of it. Pinning that down would be a relief, if everything we knew from the scant logs and reports weren't so unsettling. The creature had an eerie glow. The scene was pitch black, drab in color, its scales bore every color of the rainbow. Don't look at me, I'm scratching my head here too. Anyway, we've had more reports come in, something about strange light flashing up in the higher regions of the Highlands. That's gotta be it. Get your gear together and head out to the Coral Highlands once you're ready. Now, light from the abyss.
This unidentified Elder Dragon is in the Coral Highlands. Let's head out, but proceed with caution.
Yeah, we'll have... I was going to say we'll skip over, but I mean, the Grand Meowster does such good work, we're going to just let this play out again. But see, one of the things I do kind of wish when it comes to Namielle is when we have the initial encounter with it, it's really interesting in the cutscene, but then it's kind of weird how it goes from there. Like, we'll get onto the hunt, let that play out, and show what I mean by that. But it's the fact that it's like everything pitch black that doesn't seem to come through again.
Whoa.
Elder Dragon Coral Highlands named Namielle. Any reference to it in my books and records are extremely vague. Bad feeling. Yeah, that's everything set there. It'll probably take a moment to load even though we were just in the Highlands, but we'll see anyway. Oh, one thing... I do not see Poogie around. Oh, never mind. There you are. Always pet your Poogie for good luck. Or your Mufa, or your... I'm trying to remember what all the little guys we've had are. I know there's Poogie, which has been the usual, our little pig here. There's Mufa, which is like the little alpaca. They've got a specific name for them, but I can't remember off the top of my head what they are called. And then there's... I know Frontier had like a little duck. Then we had the Cahoots. Wonder if we'll have a different one in Wilds.
Nothing can stop us.
Okay, and just to speed things up, because I know exactly where we'll encounter Namielle, we're going up to the northeast camp. Quickly run our way through here, and then we gotta go upwards. Yeah, for the Elder Dragons, I think Namielle is my favorite. Oh, and we got more Nergigante thorns. Climb, climb, climb. And we'll do the shortcut of that wedge beetle. Over there. Nope, some more splintered thorns and some footprints too. Might as well just get the full tracking level all the way up top while we're at it. Now it's up to that wedge beetle to help us a little bit more up the way. And we should have our encounter in just a moment. Yeah, see, this is the thing. It looks like everywhere around you goes dark, but that's not the case. The Master of the Torrent has appeared. Rise and shine! Do not be led astray by the song. Even the Elder Dragons. Follow the trail of the Elder Dragons. Okay, so now we can hunt Namielle. Yeah, on the intro, when you actually have that encounter, it looks like the entire area's... I mean, the skybox has changed to be more dark and stormy, but it never goes to that, like, real pitch black, almost like you're in the deep sea sort of feel, which I really feel like would have sold Namielle's fight even better. Not to say that there's anything, like, wrong with the fight, because it is still a really good hunt. I just wish it had a little bit more of that bioluminescence that would be shown off during the hunt. Because there she is. Well, it is. And just as I got the first shot off... Oh, no! Are you going to land? You are. Perfect. Yeah, this is the Abyssal Dragon. I love just the design of Namielle is really, really nice. Like, I'm trying to remember all the, like, possible inspirations. There's the bioluminescent... Oh, right, I gotta also be careful as much as I'm gushing about it. It is easy to get taken out by it. The wings are kind of like a few, like, deep-sea squid species. Where it's, like, completely pitch black. And then to top it off, it's a water and thunder monster. So as much as it uses water strikes, it also has a thunder element to itself. That'll keep you on your toes for, like, not really knowing what it's up to. And I don't know how good Blast is actually going to be against Namielle, just because, like, thematically thinking, because Namielle has, like, a really moist hide, I don't know if, like, Blast coating would be thought of as, like, it washes off, so it's really weak. But yeah, there's where the Thunder element comes in. I think it's one of the few monsters in the series that does have, like, multiple elements it uses out pretty regularly. No, because of the Water Blight, I have no stamina, that's why. Yeah, I think I have pretty bad, water resistance on this set. But I love the way the colors shift with, like, through the fight. And it's a good way to tell the status of how Namielle's doing, too. Because right now this is enraged and heavily into the Thunder element. But there's also the really bright rainbow coloration that is, I think, more of a sign of just, like, being in water. Or... yeah, there we go. And now, when it dries out and is low on stamina, that's when you see, like, this more... this more faded, brownish sort of dreary coloration to it. And let's see if we can possibly get a stun or a stun in here. I kind of doubt it, but we're going to try. Oh, Runa, would you not literally be right on my butt? Okay, there we go. Managed to get that in. Oh, and the Water Blight. Yeah, it's a tricky one with the water blight. How badly... Actually, I shouldn't be suffering that bad of water blight, so I'm going to have to be much more careful in using the nullberries. Because with how badly my stamina regeneration is once I'm hit, we basically can't dodge, we can't really attack. I need to make sure that we don't have that blight on us as much as possible. But now the question is, will we make it up to where Namielle is, or is it going to fly off and come down to where we are? Because if you don't use the glider mantle, it is a bit of a trek to get all the way back up there. Even using the wedge beetles. But I think Namielle's starting to dry out pretty heavily. Well, Namielle is. The environment's not, though. Now, I was able to get a little bit of its hydration back by, what's on the ground. Yeah, this is one of the parts of Namielle that I did dislike, was how easy... Uh-oh. I should be... Yeah, I was safe there. I wasn't sure if I would be, just because of... Almost got the Tenderize in. Yeah, that's Namielle's ultimate move right there. It's basically a supernova that carries through with all of the water pools that have been left behind because they conduct the electricity. As long as you're minding your footing, it's pretty easy to avoid, but it's one that you could quickly get caught by if you aren't minding that. Right, because of what I mentioned, let's just get out of there. And where is the nullberry? There we go. I got a little bit of a hit in from that. Oh, thank you, Runa. That is pretty handy. Good news is, as much as it's charging up the electricity, I don't think the ground is that covered. Oh, I say that, and then we're into an area where it's basically both sides of me have water pools by us. I'm going to... Okay, yeah, let's get that on, just because once Namielle starts using the hydro stuff more often, that move in particular, I guess I was dodging right along that shot way. No, and I'm stunned. Okay, Runa, keep it distracted, please. Of course not. Okay, thankfully, though, it overshot us with the attack, because that could have been another cart right there. I want to try to get out of this area because of all the moisture that's been left behind, but... Yeah, I basically got pushed right into a corner here. Yeah, I probably should have expected that to happen. I thought it was worth a shot just to see. Okay, let's try getting back out here. Yeah, the place is basically a water park for Namielle to do whatever it wants. Although it has lost... It's out of enrage right now, so if I can get a chance... I am going to try using this just to get a little bit of extra help in. Yeah, I have no idea how much help Namielle will have. But at least this area is a little more dry now. I say and then immediately get a water shot to the face. Okay, thankfully, I don't think... Okay, that's probably going to be Namielle moving from the area. Usually, once it does that, that's usually a sign it's changing areas. I got lucky that there was just a thin strip of dry ground between all those pools and the ones that detonated. As I was expecting that to be another cart right there. Yeah, I'm trying to use the blast coating a little bit early to help get it down to its last legs. There we go. Finally got days off on it. Even with it enraged, it doesn't look like it has a very big, like a very spiking heart rate on the bottom left there. So I'm thinking we've got Namielle starting to get close to its limping point. But okay, we'll get the Vitality Mantle on for a little bit of extra health buff. Get that in. Get hit by that again. Okay, got a little bit on it before it's flying off, but... And again, take that. Now, I don't know if Namielle will go straight up to the nest, or it's going to have to make a stop on the way. But we do have the skull icon, so it is on its last legs. Okay, no, it is going all the way up, so we've got to try being on that. It also means that we're going to one of the more dangerous areas to try fighting Namielle, because it's so easy to get that area filled up by all of the water slime pools. It becomes very dangerous tackling Namielle up there. But we should be able to take it down. Actually, hang on. Do I have... I haven't used them... Okay, no, I don't have any barrel bombs. I thought maybe I might have had them in my inventory all this time, and just have never used them on a hunt. I've only got the traps and... I've only got the traps and the tranq bombs. I think that's a good sign that we ticked it off so much it's already enraged. Or we did so much damage right off the bat. Oh, I'm not actually sure what I broke there. Come on. It doesn't take... There we go. One last blast proc, and that did it.
That's my partner.
The Abyssal Dragon Namielle. Definitely one of my favorite monsters. I love the design of it. The fight, as much as it can be annoying with the little side sweep, that's really the only attack that you have to watch out super for. That kind of teaches you to try not to being too much around the front end of it. But yeah, a great monster. I love the basic opposite ends for the elements it uses. I do just wish that as you would fight it, maybe like the skybox turns darker and that brings out more of Namielle's colors and brightness, like how the cutscene plays out for the intro. But great monster, quite a fun design. I can't remember how good the armor set and the weapons are. I do remember I used its set to take down the final story boss in my first Iceborne run, but I think I'm going to stick to this goofy set for the last hunt, which I think we should have unlocked now with this completed. Yeah, there's everything there. Phantom Core Ore. What is that? Footing and protection. Yeah, there we go. And this will probably take us back to Selyana for the debriefing. The trail of elder dragons across the new world leads the hunter to the Coral Highlands, where a new species cloaked in water awaits. After an arduous battle, the hunter returns to Selyana triumphantly. And now the full debrief.
Listen up, everyone. We have the results from our investigation into the old Everworm.
I'll go first then, shall I? After investigating the locations of the song, we discovered something of a pattern. These are the locations in chronological order.
See, this is... Okay, now we finally have, like, the chronological order pop up to make this make more sense, because before, it just looks like a bunch of X's on the map, and it's hard to tell what's going on.
Pattern? It looks a bit random to me.
Yeah, what you have to remember is... Every X, I think, marks, like, one of our hunts for one of the assigned monsters. So, like, the Ancient Forest has had Nargacuga in it, and then we've also had Glavnus in the Wildspire Waste. We had Bracteos up in Elder's Recess. I think that's what each of the X's are meant to represent, is this is an area where you've gone after one of the assigned hunts.
Just hold on a minute now. Let me add the locations of the seismic actions from first to last.
Yeah, and you are starting to see a little bit of a pattern to it.
Squirrel? It's following the Everstream.
Of course. So it's been moving along the trails of energy emanating from the Everstream.
Well, just for good measure, how about we tack on that Elder Dragon data that the Fifths collected?
Yes, sir. Here's where the Elder Dragons first became active.
Amazing. Looks like our teamwork's paid off.
Yeah, there we go.
So, what's next?
Well, we've discovered a remote island by following the line of the spiral mapped out here. If we also take into account when the Elder Dragons first began to appear, then this must be the location of the old Everworm.
Now then, we know little about this island. If we go, we'd need to steel ourselves for what may be the greatest challenge we've ever faced. So, what do you all think?
Do you even have to ask?
Full steam ahead!
Agreed.
I know you're concerned for our safety, Commander, but we're ready. We've been ready. And besides, we don't have any other options.
That settles it then. We'll send the Fifth Fleet, our greatest hope. And right now, we need hope more than ever.
Chief, we'll need your leadership too. I wouldn't trust anyone else to get us back safely.
These drastic changes to the environment might eventually snowball into something irreversible. We need to do something before that happens.
We'll give the Fifth Fleet our full support. Begin preparations for departure.
Yes, sir! It's all up to you two now. I'll be sitting this one out, but I still expect to hear all about it when you get back.
Fifth Fleet, come to me once you're ready. All right, everyone, let's get to it.
And there's the debrief and preparation for what's ahead. which we will tackle next episode.
Let's board the airship and make for the old Everworm.
Yeah, Namielle gave us a bit of a beating, but I think we're okay enough. I don't think I'll try upgrading... Ooh, no, not that yet. Yeah, I keep forgetting some of the keybinds. I don't think we'll try upgrading the armor yet. We'll see how this all handles as, like, just base values up against the final fight.
This is the moment of truth.
Let me snag up our blast coating. That tops us off. And we are all set for a finale come next episode. And I've quite enjoyed our time back through Iceborne Community Edition. It feels a little more classic Monster Hunter, not having done all the wall slams, like the way the game kind of incentivizes you for. And it makes me hopeful for Wilds is going to be kind of more along this lines, where it's, you don't really worry too much about the clutch claw, wall slamming, stuff like that. It's more just get into the hunt, work with your weapon, and just have fun without having to have this, like, way that feels a little bit mandatory to have stuff done. Like, I don't know how long it would take to try some of these hunts without the ICE this late into stages, but it's just something that I am hopeful for Wilds of. Wilds does not bring back the clutch claw. The slinger, as we saw, the utility it provides, I'd be more than happy to have that back, along with, like, the slinger ammo infused attacks, like the 1,000 Dragons for the bow. I think the gun lance has something too, and a few others like that. So yeah, Wilds, this is just making me more eager for it come next year, but overall, I'm having a blast, and it's going to be good to see the series finished once and, well, once and for all, probably the best way to put it. I'll stop rambling, though, to let you guys go. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.